All right, my friends, welcome to meditation. Let's begin. Today, we're working on box breathing, and I just encourage you to come on back with me into a comfy spot. And if that means you're staying at your desk, that is absolutely fine as well. My cushion is super casual. I literally have a couch cushion underneath a rug, and I had put that on top of my yoga mat so it's soft. So it does not have to be anything fancy. If you are staying in your desk today, I request that you try to put your feet flat on the floor, only if you're sitting in a chair. And then if you're in your chair, can you scoot yourself back so far that your buns are on the edge of where your seat meets the back so that you can really sit up nice and tall. We don't have to go there just yet, but we're going to get very tall in a second. If you're on the ground, try to get as much of yourself into the ground as possible. You're invited to lie. That feels nice as well, but just don't fall asleep on me. So if you tend to get sleepy, try to sit yourself back up. And we need to build up muscles along our spine for seated meditation. So if you're just beginning today, you may want to back yourself up against a wall. That support will help you stay comfortable for a while. So to begin today, let's bring our fingertips up and overhead. Breathe in. We do just a tiny bit of movement so that we can settle comfortably. Fingertips come behind our ears, and we open our chin to the sky. Think about spreading your heart wide, left to right. And then do the opposite. Round your elbows forward. If you can touch them, that'd be nice. Opening your back and then crunching into a little ball. Try that twice more. Big opening breath. Press your navel forward. Full exhalation, pressing your ribs open behind you, spine widening and lengthening. One more round. Quality of breath here doesn't matter. Just breathe and begin to focus on it. Exhale. As you sit back up, relax your hands out to the side, somewhere where you feel you have a little bit of support, whether it be on the floor, your chair, your desk, or your body. Start to drop your chin down towards your left collarbone, and then rise right back up to the center. Chin towards right collarbone, back up towards center, chin over left shoulder, eye gaze moves here, center, and then one more, look to the right. Now just find freedom of movement, any way that feels good for you. Very slowly, gently end with kindness. Move through your neck. They might be minor, little tiny movements if you have tightness in your neck. Just take one more big breath in and out. And then we'll take 4 body rolls to get really loose in the spine. So you can make your body move any way that feels good for you. We're just taking a circle. Think of a spatula moving around the outer edges of like a brownie batter bowl, cleaning that bowl all the way up. And then switch sides. May need to widen up your hands if you feel a little bit off balance. One more big circle. Okay, can you feather your nest now? Literally scoot your buns around and try to settle in really deeply. Once you get comfy, spine is long and tall, open and vast, but it's not rigid. We're just finding a comfortable seated posture or lying posture. While we're working through our meditation today, if you get uncomfy, find a new spot. I want you to be really comfy the whole time, so it's okay to move around. You've arrived. Congratulations. Tuck your chin down just a tad so that it's about parallel to the floor and the back of your neck is very long. If it feels nice for you, blink your eyes closed. Try to block out all the lights, the colors, the textures, and the stimulation. And if you're a little wary of closing your eyes fully, I also don't love to do that. So I recommend looking right down the bridge of your nose towards something still and unmoving, preferably the floor, really low. And then close your eyes so there are these tiny little slits. You can still see a bit, but everything you see gets really blurry and unfocused. So we've settled and gotten comfy. As you begin to notice your breath, let your belly be soft. Let your heart be soft. Whether this is your first meditation or your millionth, we approach every practice with a beginner's mind. So we're open-minded, we're curious. We're approaching every breath we take with kindness and compassion. Our goal will be to increase the quality, the depth, the length of our breath as we practice. Embodied presence. What is present currently in your body, in your head, in your heart, in your mind? Just noticing. Noticing if there are areas of tightness. And we'll start a little body scan so we can try to let go every part of our body as much as possible. Again, open-minded, allowing that to come, but no expectations of fully releasing, just seeing where we are today. As we breathe, let's send that breath down to our toes. I like to give them a little wiggle, so that might help you as well. Just acknowledge that they're there, and then soften them so deeply that the bones get heavy and fall to one side, or they become a little lighter against the floor. Bottom of foot, top of foot, ankle, everything begins to relax in both feet. Next breath, curiously, gently, softly, travels down the length of your legs. So it might stimulate the front or back of your legs first, over the front or back of your kneecap, and then bring it up in the opposite direction as you exhale. Seeing, feeling, and releasing. And since our eyes are partially or fully closed, we're seeing this in our mind's eye. And anywhere that we encounter tightness, tension, problematic areas of our bodies that give us a hard time, let's spend an extra breath there. Each exhalation, there's a possibility, an opportunity to bring a layer of tension away. Directing your next in-breath all the way to the tips of every fingernail. You might even want to send your fingers out wide, like you could shoot little thunderbolts out of your fingers. And then just as quickly, relax them back down. Notice how the knuckles bend, they get heavier. Top and bottom of hand, wrists, everything gets really easy, heavy, loose, and limber. Both arms this time. As you breathe in, are you able to press the heads of your shoulders a little wider, further apart from one another? Can the flesh of your arms open out a little bit and then settle down more heavily away from your bones? Can your connective tissue in your arms get a bit more pliable as you bring this beautifully warmed breath and attention to those areas? Can your bones rest a bit heavier as you exhale? Let's take a breath in. Next time, we're directing everything into our torso. Whole torso may rise, so you could feel your chest expanding and opening, your tailbone pressing down towards the floor. Widening happening in each vertebrae, opening spaciousness, lightness as energy flows in. And then, like an accordion would, feel the contraction as you release. Maybe we tap into the womp, womp, womp of our heartbeat as it slows down in accordance with our breath. Feeling gravity take over as our torso gently eases in a bit more deeply into our body or our supports beneath us. Breathing into your entire back this time. See your back spreading wider. Shoulder blades, your little beautiful angel wings spreading wider. Ribs opening on the back body. Bottom rib pulling away from hip bones. And then the same sensation, tapping into that exhale. Ease and sink more deeply. The next part is my favorite. Breathe into your skull. See if you can breathe so much energy into your skull that you feel a little electrified in your hair follicles. Kind of like a static sensation where they may feel a little bit like they're moving away from your skull. And then we're going to take a few breaths into this area, but as you exhale, think about water washing over your face, or you could even think of like an eraser or your hand wiping over your face, whatever makes you feel calm. Literally wiping away any lines of tension, focus, and concentration. Now, we don't want all of our lines to go. We love the story lines and the laugh lines, but the frown lines, the tension, see if you can melt those away. Taking 2 more breaths in just like that. As you inhale, can you envision your skull and your facial features like a balloon being inflated? It gets really big and spacious. Lots of beautiful, invigorating breath coming into these areas. And then as you exhale, everything settles back in, but more softly. The corners of your eyes get heavy. Cheekbones pull down towards chin. Earlobes even become heavier. Your bottom jaw unhinges from the top, and your tongue rests on the bottom of your teeth heavily. Softly breathing in here. Now, as you've scanned through your body, if there are any areas that you encountered a lot of tension, take some extra time right here to breathe in and out into those areas. Continue breathing for 2 more cycles. Bear with me, I just need to get my clock, which I forgot to set up today. So we're breathing twice more as we scan through our bodies. And 1 more big cycle of breath. So staying soft and easy in your body as we travel through our mind, just for a moment, if there's anything there that we can clear away. Again, no expectations, just allowing some spaciousness to come in our mind so we can sit with our practice breath today in a more calm, cool as a cucumber fashion. Breathing into your mind, and there may be something that's nagging you. This is a great time to make a little note, jot something down if you know you need to remember it for later. But for now, we're being present with breath and body. So take a moment to write that down. And if you're feeling pretty vast and open in your mind, congratulations. But it's very normal, no matter how much we practice, for thoughts to arise when we begin to drop into our breath only. And that's okay. If you notice it, you have succeeded. You're present, you're noticing. And then just like we would gently coax a baby or a child away from something, we'll do that. Move our attention away from our thinking, planning mind back into our beautiful present breath body. Breathing softly and slowly. Perhaps as you exhale each time, envision that you're slowly blowing the fluff off a dandelion, really softly watching it fly out into the atmosphere. Or like you're blowing a really soft stream of bubbles with a wand for a little baby. So we're very soft with these exhalations, almost like a whisper, barely audible. And they feel expansive, long, just really floating out of us. Can you orient your awareness to the edge of the physical sensations of your breath? I just mentioned that accordion. Can you imagine that? Like a widening of your torso and a lengthening of your torso. Every time you breathe, where are the physical sensations coming and going? I love this visualization practice because where our attention goes is where our energy flows. So if we place our awareness on something, it can bloom, blossom, and grow. Let's try a long, slow breath in through your nostrils. We're going to attempt to breathe for the rest of our practice today, in and out through our nose. And as you do, we're going to count to 4 on the breath in. We'll observe that air as it moves into our nostrils, into the back of our throat. Notice how your body warms it, how it may move down into your chest, deep into your lungs, and eventually with our practice, we'll begin to feel diaphragmatic breathing. We'll have our belly expanding. And once we get that full 4 count breath in, we're going to hold for a count of 4 as well. Just witness the breath in your stomach as we silently count together. We're going to exhale next to the count of 4, releasing our breath, watching it as it moves back up, maybe from stomach to chest, into throat, through your sinuses and back out your nostrils. And then when that last wisp of air is out, we're going to hold again for 4 seconds. So our box breathing sounds like this. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. We'll get there in a moment, but my challenge for you today is to do it as softly as you can. And if it feels very forced, drop it down to 3 seconds per section, something that really feels doable for you. As we work through together, we'll observe it. Watch it, witness it, really feel it. Let's try one together, my friends. In and out with a breath, any speed, just to get us into the mood to practice together. I usually like a big exhalation through my mouth for this one, ridding our bodies of that stale and stagnant energy. And then we're beginning box breathing together. When you're ready, inhale for 4, 3, 2, hold at the top, 4, 3, 2, exhale softly, 4, 3, 2, pause at the bottom, soften your facial features, 2, re-inhale, 3, 2, 1, pause, 3, 2, 1, release, 3, 2, 1, and pause, 3, 2, 1. One more round with me. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1, pause, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 3, 2, 1, and pause, 3, 2, 1. Returning to normal breath. Observing how you feel. Each breath is only 16 seconds long. So imagine what just 2 rounds of that, what just 30 seconds of your life can do. Just half a minute that you are observing your breath and you were totally present in it. Not thinking about the past, any grievances or regrets, not moving into the future with all of predictions and projections, all the things we can't really even plan for. You're not thinking about any irritations, you're just present in the moment. I hope after what we've just practiced, you feel a little calmer. You might notice that your heartbeat has slowed down a bit. So as we practice again in a moment, we're going to try a little deeper box breathing. And if you know you wanted to start with a 3 count, then you may be moving to a 4. But if we practice the 4 together, we're going to try to move to a 5 count breath. And as you do this, you're going to fill your body with this beautifully, heavily oxygenated blood, nourishing feel-good hormones. And in the process, you're releasing a little bit of stress. Let's focus our box breathing into any specific areas of your body or your mind that you need a little extra softening and release. Breathe so deeply into these areas that you're feeling what we practiced in the beginning, not just your skin, but your cells, your connective tissue, deep down into your bones is able to let go. Let's practice again, my friends. In and out breath at any speed, at any rate, just feel good and clear. I love a good sigh. It just feels so good, especially before you practice something serious. So when you're ready, soften your facial features and let's inhale together. We're trying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Soften your facial features. 2 and 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And pause. 4, 3, 2, 1. Resuming normal breathing, but notice the physical body, the physical sensations attached to your breath. Revisit your body scan from earlier and take notice whether naturally with your box breathing, things have become heavier, looser, pulled a little bit away from your midline. Maybe you feel like you're taking up more space now. If you do, congratulations. opening and receiving. The more we practice scanning our bodies, breathing into areas, specific breath strategies like box breathing, the more we discover our own light. And not just mood boosting light, but literally lightness where there was once darkness, spaces opening like you've thrown open the shutters to areas of your body and mind that were closed off with stress, tension, and dis-ease. The more you can bring this beautiful practice of discovering your inner light into your world easily, the more you'll be able to discover that light in others that you interact with, discover it and honor it. So it's a beautiful practice, and it creates quite the ripple around you. You might feel like you're just a bit more open and receiving, a bit more shiny and feeling bright and happy after you've practiced some breath. So we're going to take one more round of practice, and you do any breath length that feels natural, feels beautiful. We're just trying to be present. I love the counting approach because you can't help but be present when you're counting. And then our body just reacts naturally to it. Lightly and effortlessly as we practice our last round together, allow your breath to expand your awareness bigger than your physical body. An open-minded curiosity, a sense of playfulness with your breath. Maybe you're able to breathe this box breathing into this huge aura around you. And then can you inflate your physical body as big as your sense of awareness? So again, we're going to try to create and take up so much space. Gently and seamlessly feeling and breathing, releasing and softening. As we exhale, exhale your thinking mind. Exhale tension. As we inhale, bringing grace and ease. Let's practice, my friends. Big breath in and out, any speed. And these two are on your own. I'm going to be right here with you. I'm breathing for 4 seconds, but I want you to count out anything that feels really good for you. Let's all begin our inhalation together. As you pause, soften your facial features, your fingers and your toes. Soft exhalation. Pause again, asking yourself, where can I release as I hold? One more round. Well done, my friends. Returning to normal breathing, but stay focused on your breath. Remembering to let your belly be soft, your heart be soft, and allow whatever has arisen, any emotions, any sensations, to be. It's wonderful to notice these. Being present in our body means noticing what comes up, whether it be negative, positive, or neutral. As you open your breath, as you practice, you will notice that you can open your life. We have the capability to experience profound physiological, emotional, and spiritual effects of breath work. It's been used for thousands of years to access stillness that exists beyond the thinking mind. It's a wonderful method to support our body's peak health and vitality. It will definitely help you increase your concentration and your productivity. Your awareness, as we just practiced, may grow so big that your physical body and mind feel like they want to encompass that beautiful breath-filled aura as well. And perhaps most importantly, as you breathe, this is the ultimate act of self-care, taking the time to slow down and rest. We're blessed to be able to breathe naturally, but we need to slow down enough to let our breath catch up with us. So the experience that we come into finding is a profound sense of love and fulfillment from within as we breathe. As I send you on your way today, let's try one more round of breath together, just the 4-second box breathing. Breathe in and out through your nose each time. Soft and steady to begin. Notice a relaxation coming into your facial features, your torso, your arms, and your lower half. Inhale with me. 4, 3, 2, pause and soften. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause one more time. 2 and 1. Carry with you throughout today, throughout every interaction you have, this softness, this sense of ease, because you know you have this great tool in your back pocket. If things get too fast, too chaotic, too busy, too stressful, we take 16 seconds. That's all it takes for one round of box breathing. Maybe 30 seconds for a little icing on the cake. As you continue throughout your day, I hope that you are filled with happiness, health, and a profound sense of peace. Join your hands with me at heart center. Press your thumbs into your heartbeat. Remind yourself with your thumbs to sit up really tall, not rigid or stiff, just very erect and energized in our spines. Tuck your chin towards your fingertips in a simple sign of gratitude for your practice today. Trust the practice. Continue practicing, and I already can't wait to see you here next week. My light honors your divine light. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, my friends, and namaste.